Goalkeepers or strikers? Defensive mid or attacking mid? Wingers or wing backs? What position is the best in world football? Never you worry, my fairy little friends.
I'm panicking.
We are here to answer that question. We separated the pitch into 10 different positions, and here are the teams. For goalkeepers, we had Lloris and Martinez at wing backs for their pace and erraticness, Neuer and Ederson at holding mids as the best ball players, and Alisson up top for his heroics. Donnarumma, Szczesny and Courtois were in centre backs for their height, and overall, they looked shit. Right backs, we had 5 English players. Ben White was in goal for the greater good of the team.
How can this be for the greater good?
At centre backs, Alaba was the star man. VVD had the best attacking stats, so we stuck him up top, and Rudiger had pace and aggression like a winger in rugby, so we stuck him out there. At left backs, they looked stacked with quality. Cancelo and Spinazzola were the right-footed ones, and they had lots of pace and attacking quality overall. Holding mids, Fabinho and Busquets were the tall and slow ones, so one of them was going in goal. The team lacked pace, and Kimmich seemed to be the go-to guy for their attack. Centre mids, Goretzka is the most well-rounded centre mid, but unreal attacking stats meant that he had to be up top. At attacking midfielders, we had a reasonably tall spine, height and defensive ability in Pellegrini, and hard-working centre mids in Odegaard and Fernandes. At right wing, we didn't have much height at all, but a couple of good defensive players in Saka, Canales and Llorente. Lots of pace, lots of talent. Left wingers, stacked. It's a shame to have put Leao in goal, and they had hardly any defensive ability either. So much pace and attack. And finally, strikers, piled with great players. They had the biggest squad of all, but zero defensive ability. Both teams to score are evens on the next 34 games. Because of a few low defensive work rates, Haaland and Lewandowski had to settle for CM roles. Seems criminal, but it's for the greater good.
How can this be for the greater good? Shut it!
Now for the format. League of 10, they play each other twice. Top 8 qualify for the quarterfinals. First plays 8th, second plays 7th, so 4th. 1 game knockouts. Simple. Now for the tournament. I find it interesting that the right backs were the only outfield position to not be a 5-star team. A philosophical question from EA to get us pumped up for the tournament. To get us started, we had the goalkeepers versus the left wingers. And surely an absolute drubbing was in store for the oh, never mind. Keepers were up against the strikers next, and holy shit. I don't really know how to feel about that. With a single game to go, the right backs were cruising. Cams needed to win to stay in, and 4 teams could finish 9th. Bono grabbed 2 goals to earn the keepers a point in their final game, and as for the final standings, right backs lost just 1 game on course to picking up the mini accolade of league winners. CDMs, left wingers and strikers finished in the top 4, with the keepers, centre backs and right wing politics securing away fixtures. Centre mids grabbing the final qualification spot, meaning the left backs and the cams were out. Clearly nothing more than luxury players. We said goodbye to the fancy fucks and moved on to the quarterfinals. Here's how the quarterfinal draw looked. First up, we had league toppers, right backs versus centre mids. Crazy to think that the centre mids were just a single goal away from elimination in the league stages. Early doors and Hakimi was put through by Carvajal, a simple goal, 1-0. After his assist, Carvajal started to take the piss and put Modric on his arse. Ben White then pulled off not 1, but 2 class saves to keep it at 1-0. 2-time DSG experiment winner Kevin De Bruyne was having a personal competition with White and forced another good save after a shot from distance. It was 1-0 at half-time, but according to sources, Trent Alexander-Arnold heard Leon Goretzka mocking his Scouse accent, and straight from kickoff, Trent tried ending Leon's career, resulting in a straight red. TAA would be banned for the next game if the right backs could hang on. Tactical tweaking led to a right back being subbed on for a right back, and hope for Kevin De Bruyne and the free-peat was still there. Straight away, Marco Verratti was free in the box and made it 1-1. Poor pass from Kroos led to Reece James picking up some space and releasing the lively Hakimi. He made it 2-1. Kroos, looking to make up for his mistake, let loose from distance, but Benjamin Button White again denying the midfielders. The centre mids barely threatened, and after pushing forward, the right backs countered well. Vasquez with a naughty little backheel, and Reece James made it 3-1, securing the win in the process. The underdog story continues as KDB is eliminated, alongside his underwhelming centre midfield buddies. Up next, we had the CDMs versus right wingers. The start of the game was end-to-end and frantic, but not much happened. That was until Salah played Messi through, and he calmly slotted the ball past Golden Glove winner Fabinho. 1-0 to the wingers. Despite the goal, the CDMs looked solid, but really lacked anything going forward. Messi unleashed from distance, but Fabinho pulled off this unreal save to tip it onto the post. Don't believe me? Look at that.
Oh, would you look at that?
Top tier stuff from Fab. At the start of the second half, the right wingers countered with Diaby to Messi, Messi to Salah. He takes an early shot, but a good save from Fab. The CDMs were struggling to break the opposition down, not helped by this twat knocking the ball away for a cheap corner. From the corner, the right wings moved the ball around until Messi found Mahrez, who shot at Fabinho, who for some reason shat himself, and the DMs were 2-0 down. The isolated Kimmich held the ball up well, and the ball came to Partey, who played a lovely pass to Bernanke, who absolutely thunder-bastarded the ball past Berardi. But it was too late, the wingers were through, and back-to-back elimination for the midfielders meant that we'd lost all 3 centre midfielder variations. Games may be won in midfield, but tournaments are not. On to the next quarter-final, and we had left-wing Partey versus centre-backs. The Port let Neymar know early doors it was going to be a battle. An early short corner led to this swazzer across from Vinicius, and oh dear, what a goal that is. 1-0 to the winger chicken dinners. The centre-backs pressed high and Verge won the ball back, but their lack of pace meant they had to restart and build up again. Eventually, the ball came to Alaba, who shifted it onto his right foot. Bang, bang! Great hit, 1-1. Nervous, or just being a complete cretin, Son gave away a cheap corner. Now, you'd think the centre-backs would just launch the ball into the box, but no. A short routine leading to a header from Rudiger, good save from Leao. Second half, and Laporte started as he did in the first, trying to break legs and end careers. Sterling forced a good save from Süle. Foden won a free kick off Alaba, and then for absolutely no reason tried breaking his legs in payback. Alaba had a chance to counter, but his broken legs gave in, so we don't have the capacity, and the moment was gone. It was all the left wingers, and Neymar had a chance, but saved well by Süle. The centre-back sent on returning Sevilla legend and PSG playmaking icon Sergio Ramos. Could he be the difference maker? In a way, he was. His first touch leading him to losing the ball, and Koeman played through Son, who made it 2-1. 5 minutes to go, Sevilla sabotaging Sergio succumbs to Sterling, and Son simply slots it home. That was it, 2-1 it finished. All the back pages would be about Ramos and his terrible impact. Final game of the quarters, and this was the one you'd been waiting for. The strikers were hosting the absolute wild card that was the goalkeepers. Now the simulation has been favouring teams with pace, so I was expecting a battering from the strikers. And 5 minutes in, Dybala, being the only person left possible to claim a three-peat, acrobatically put the strikers 1-0 up. Ter Stegen showed some good hold-up play, but proceeded to shit himself and just hoof the ball out. The keepers were battling with all they had, and Haaland forced Oblak into a strong save. And I don't know why, but FIFA just decided to make anyone who plays in goal to be a right baby. Big man, big baby. The strikers were dominating, and Dybala played through Benzema, who made it 2-0. I think he took a heavy hit in the head as he decided to sprint full pelt into the net in celebration. It was getting painful to watch, and the much beloved keepers were getting turned over. Oblak was keeping them in it with a couple of good saves, each preceded by a tantrum. Half-time, and the stats weren't pretty. The strikers were looking dangerous on every attack, and Mane forced Oblak into another good save. Don't worry folks, his tantrum was there as well. Lewandowski won a header from a corner, forcing another save from Oblak, and his brain had had enough. He went into total meltdown and lost all his basic speaking functions. Ter Stegen won the award for the keeper's first one header, and Emi Martinez took his frustration out on Mane. From the resulting free kick, Dybala hit the post, and keeping the attack alive, the ball came to Mane. Great save from Oblak again. Somebody check his blood pressure though. The man is about to pass out. The keeper's got a rare attack in the books, and Alisson, oh my word, what have I just seen? Surely not. There's no way the keepers are getting back in this now. Inter added on time, and the keepers with a sudden buzz about them are on the attack. The strikers look casual. Back to Neuer, into Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen has lost his marker. Cut back to Alisson. Not a chance this has just happened. What have we just witnessed? Into extra time we went, and just look at those stats. How on earth had they done this? Utter madness. The strikers started extra time as if their agent had just explained to them that if they won, they'd get a 4-year contract in Saudi Arabia, and Benzema set up Griezmann, who smashed the ball home. 3-2, devastating. The keepers know how much effort they needed just to get back into it, and maybe this was a step too far for them. Deep into added on time, a snapshot leads to nothing, and the board is cleared. Full time, the strikers were through. The goalkeepers may be eliminated, but my word did they win over our hearts, and gaining new fans along the way. I need a Bailey's after that.
Sponsor us.
No, it's time for the semis. Up first, we had the right wingers versus left wingers. A real political battle. Early doors, and Phil Foden found space out wide, cut inside, and unleashed a bang bang. Bang bang! But the right equalised immediately, thanks to a Salah sweat to an unmarked Diaby. Opta stats say goal fest. Opta stats chat shit. Nothing happened until the 44th minute. The right tuned in to pop central, and a bit of flair led to Dembele smashing the ball home to make it 2-1. The left were pretty disappointing, shown by their 0.1 expected goals. They started the second half well. Sterling forced Berardi into a good save. Mahrez played through Messi, and there was a sweat on for Salah to tap in, but the so-called GOAT was wasteful.
What a fraud.
I have no idea what half of this attack was, with so many random flick-ups and odd decisions, but Son turned his man, crossed to the centre, and Kostic volleyed home to make it 2-2 chicken Nando's. 2-2 chicken Nando. The left were buzzing for the first time since 2010, and Rashford played through Neymar, who slotted it home to make it 3-2. That Messi chance looking even more crucial now. 10 minutes to save their campaign, Mahrez found space on the edge and calmly picked out Llorente, smashed it home for the late equaliser. Maybe Opta stats weren't talking shit after all. This was a goal fest. Final attack of the game, and Rashford with a lovely ball to Koeman smashes it into the top corner. But wait, offside. Heartbreaking for the left. So tight. Almost like your nan's. Into extra time and the game was heating up. A few heavy tackles, lots of passion. Son played in the lively Rashford, and he placed it past Berardi to make it 4-3. The right responded well, and a Llorente long-range effort was well saved by Leao. Look at that passion! Second half, and Son was caught on the ball. The right pounced quickly, and Llorente played through Rodrigo, and he realistically was always scoring there. 4-4. Just as it looked like Rafinha was bursting through, Chiesa caught up and stopped the attack. Carrasco played this worldy pass into Son into Rashford, and he set Diaz free. One-on-one with Berardi. 119th minute, no doubt. 5-4. And that was enough to finish it. Crazy game, but the left wingers are into the final. On to the other semi-final, and we had the only team outside an attacking position in the right backs, hosting the Heartbreakers, strikers. Trent was banned from his needless red in the quarters. In the quarter-final, Hakimi was the threat for the right backs, and he was the first to go close, forcing a good save from Immobile. Porro linked up with James, who found the dangerous Hakimi 1-0. The underdogs off to a great start. Frimpong was enjoying himself, and James to Hakimi again, diving save from Chiro. The strikers hadn't got going, and Benzema played this beautiful diag to Mane, who found out that Benzema was on 3 times as much money as him in Saudi, and did what he could to make Benzema look shit, so he just let it out of play. A lot of nothing happened for the rest of the half, and the right backs were 45 minutes away from an unlikely final. The strikers had to do much better. They responded well, with Dybala and Benzema linking up well to find Ronaldo, who made no mistakes. 1-1. Porro and Frimpong linked up, and Pedro fed a through ball to the deadly Hakimi, who continued his hot streak with a near post finish. Have we found a cheat code here? 2-1. A contentious handball was given in a dangerous area. Dybala was over the ball, last time hitting the post, and this time hitting the crossbar. Poor bugger. The ball wasn't fully cleared yet, and with a bit of luck, the ball came to Mbappe, who, oh my god, has gone for the spectacular. But White with a great diving save. Crazy few seconds there. The resulting corner was met by Benzema, and again a good save from White. The right backs are hanging on here. Carvajal gets caught on the ball, and Benzema has a chance to shoot, but instead finds Kane, who strikes, then White again. He and Hakimi are battling it out for the player of the tournament here. Curse of the commentator as the following corner, Kane wins the header, and it beats White, but not Carvajal. Final few seconds, Benzema crosses to Lautaro. His shot saved by White, gathering it in second attempt. And that was that. 4.5-star right backs performing miracles to not only cruise the league, but now they'd got to the final. Dybala's run and the final dreams of a three-peat were gone. On to the final, and boy did we have a treat in store. Captains Trippier and Neymar, goal-scoring threat Hakimi versus goal-scoring threat Rashford. The returning Trent versus the ever-present Son. Complete player James versus complete player Kostic. Player-turned-keeper White versus player-turned-keeper Leao. Carvajal, Di Lorenzo, Dumfries, Diaz, Neymar and Son were all looking to join KDB and Dybala in being a 2-time DSG experiment winner. Carvajal had a mixed start as he sent Sterling to the shops, then sent the ball out of play. The right back started well, with Frimpong linking up with the ever-present Hakimi, setting the ball to Carvajal, good block. But it falls to Porro, big save from Leao. The winger's first attack saw Rashford driving with the ball out wide, playing it to Vinny, who cuts inside his defender, and the cross is attacked by Neymar, but White gets there first. Hakimi broke free of Kostic, but then he passed out wide to Frimpong, who instead of playing Hakimi through, tapped the line, he cut inside his man, played a 1-2 with Reece James, a ball into Hakimi, who sets James back into Hakimi, lovely dummy, and Carvajal, hop, hop, hop. That would have been one hell of a team goal, but whiskers wide. Rashford picked up a bit of space, and Trent, fresh from his return from suspension, controversially tried to get sent off again, but the ref was having none of it and gave him a stern warning instead. Foden was acting as chief defender for the wingers, including this munch on Hakimi, and Neymar teed up Rashford, who should have done better. After Foden's munch on Hakimi, the game got a bit spicy, with Reece James literally trying to kill Vinicius. Foden again showing his defensive powers, won the ball high up the pitch, and after a bit of tidy passing on the edge, Koundé gobbled up Son. The ball found its way to Sterling, off the bar, but the attack is still alive, and Son backheels it to Coman. 1-0. First blood to the wingers. The right back seemed to go into panic mode and stuck Carvajal up top, moving the deadly Hakimi out wide.
You're a freaking genius, you idiot!
So here's Carvajal, nice footwork, crosses into Reece James, but a weak effort sees it sliced wide. Carvajal on the attack again, and he plays in Porro, who can either burst one-on-one or play James. He plays James, the pass is poor and the chance looks gone, but James gets a shot off. Good save from Leao. And thank heavens for goal line technology. I thought that was in, but the replay clearly shows it wasn't. What a weird game. Corner from the save before comes in, and Koundé! Big header. Thoroughly deserved. The fans are going wild. So it was half time and the match was well balanced. One team in control of the ball, but the other looking more threatening in attack. The first meaningful attack in the second half saw Carvajal play through Porro. He cut it onto his left and Carrasco just had a massive brain fart and carried on running. And Porro smashed it past Leao to make it 2-1. The right backs were in front for the first time. The following 15 minutes saw a lot of nearly moments until Rashford played in a bursting Neymar, a little set to Coman, and he doubled his tally confidently. 2-2. Chicken Nando.
2-2 chicken Nando.
Getting carried away with the buzz of an assist, Neymar clattered Porro. Now, despite being a neutral, I can't deny that I was gutted to see Hakimi shifted out wide for the final. Especially when he plays down the centre, he makes plays like this. Driving against the defenders, tees up Porro, and he should do better. How big would that be? Straight from the goal kick, Leao plays a proper stitch-up pass into Carrasco, and it's intercepted by Carvajal, but he wastes a good counter opportunity. Can't help but feel that if that was Hakimi, it would have been different, especially given that now Son has released Vinny. He sweats to Coman, hat-trick hero. 3-2. Kingsley Coman has been deadly today. Football now at its cruelest. Can the left wingers hold on for the last 10 minutes? The right backs go straight down the other end and the ball comes to Carvajal. Chance to shoot, but he tries to play Hakimi and he gets intercepted. He's killing them out there. Carvajal was off for the more attacking Jesus Navas. The right back's manager not even acknowledging Danny as he walks off. The right back shifted to a 3-4-3 with Hakimi now on the right and Di Lorenzo up top as they look to go full out attack for the final 5 minutes. Di Lorenzo was right into it and after a poor pass, he won the ball back immediately. Kostic backed off him. Great chance and oh, what a save by Leao. Was that the moment the left wingers won the trophy? Trippier off for Denzel. Kieran looks devastated. He thinks it's all over. Could the right backs create just one more chance? Hold on, Ben White's up for a corner. Cross comes in. Hakimi attacks it. Big save from Leao. It could go anywhere. It's headed towards the goal and Carrasco clears. Final minute, final attack. The right backs had to get it forward. They're taking too long and that was that. It was all over. The left wingers had done it. The Ramos mistake in the quarters, the late winner in the wild semi-final, then in the final, Koeman's hat-tricks and Leao's saves. What a journey they'd been on. Huge shout out to the right back who not only came into the tournament as one of the favourites to be eliminated in the league, then proceeded to win the league and get to the final, coming so close to the major upset. Ben White and Hakimi winning our hearts. But it didn't matter. Neymar and the left wingers had achieved the dream of being able to call themselves the best position in the world. Drop a comment on which team and which player you like. Let us know what experiment you'd like to see next and who did you think was going to win. Give us a like and subscribe if you think the Macarena is the best party dance. Thank you for watching and we'll see you on the flip-flop.
Yeah.